Hi, to continue the reporting discussion, we covered the way we can run standard reports like accounts payable agings. We talked about account schedules and the ability to set your own row and column layouts to create reports that you can run from within the accounting system on an operational perspective. Well, now we're going to talk about JET reports, which I believe is going to be very fundamental in terms of being able to produce multi-company reporting, especially, and also gives the ability to do board quality, presentation quality reporting on top of what you get out of the system. So to illustrate this, I'm going to switch over to our Microsoft Excel here and show you how JET Reports works. So the main thing JET does once it's installed, it creates a new ribbon in your Microsoft Excel with many options on what you can do here. So I'm going to start by showing you there's several wizards here that you can use to build reports in the system, or you can build them ground up and build them in many flexible ways. And typically it takes about 3 or 4 days of quality training on JET reports to become an expert and really control your own destiny as an accounting user for the reports you need to produce. I'm going to do a quick fast financials example here. Notice when I selected this, JET reports in Excel interrogates our chart of accounts in Business Central and pulls those in. I can now go ahead and start selecting in here. So if I just want to do my statement of financial position, basically, I'm going to scroll down to my total liabilities account, do a shift right click here. It's selected all those accounts. Then I can simply drag uh, from the wizard over into my Excel sheet and let it do its magic to connect Excel into our accounting system. And this is a real-time connection. It'll actually read data from the accounting system into Excel. You don't have to export, manipulate, download, worry about connecting information. So now if we close this out, you'll notice we pulled in information directly from our GL. If I flip back to show you our chart of accounts in the system. We saw this view earlier when we are doing some filtering examples. Let me clear all my filters here. Remember, we had all these in here. Going to reset all the filters and you'll see the $1.4 million that we're now seeing represented real time pulling into Excel. So this is how quickly we could build a report. If we look at these numbers, you can see the values in them. And you can also further, I'll show you another example where you build these reports. But the key thing is in Excel, there's a few extra functions that get added to Excel. So if you're comfortable using functions in Excel, this is the GL function that JET Report adds in, saying, go get me the balance from the account specified in cell E7 in my sheet, which is the account number here, 1010. Doing start date, end dates. For your multiple company scenarios, you could go ahead and if you wanted to do specific definitions by company name, etc., you can cross-interrogate across companies, or you could actually build a report like this um, and go ahead when you run it, actually choose the company. And if I switch companies and jump over to my sister company, it'll actually extract data from the other company. Right now, my companies are exact copies of each other, so the numbers are not going to be changing. So you can build reports using the report wizard. And again, it walks you through selecting your data in the system. You will get to learn where your information sits in the system. And a key thing I want to point out here, this is not just a financial report writer. I can go look at my vendor ledger entry table and actually extract information that pertains to my accounts aging information in the system. So many ways to do things using JET, just by learning a few extra examples of functions that we add in here. Let me pull up another report here. So here's a pre-existing report that we actually built for one of our customers, and they wanted to see these column representations. They wanted to see colors and bolding the way you see here. Notice the numbers have been pulled out here. We can drill down on these numbers back into the financial statement, etc. Uh, and when we drill down here, let's see if I have this connected. The filter is not applying. So we'd have to set that up so the filters go in, but notice I come back in here and we can then go ahead and do those navigations, etc., that we saw earlier to cross-examine and interrogate that data and drill down further and so on. Okay, so that connects Excel in real time into your accounting system so you can drill back and look at the information you have in there. Let's jump back here to report. If I move to design mode on the ribbon, so this is a report I actually ran already. When you run the report, the system will present these options, what date range you want, and these are completely controlled by you. If I go back to design mode, you'll notice that the definition of this report took some very simple definitions to set them up, a few functions here to say where I go to get information in my system, how I connect this, and just that one row of definitions is what created that entire report in the system. When you look at our video that we sent you from Jet Global on how to build a multi-company report, you will see them use these functions in more detail. But however, we wanted to show you that from the base reporting, you can then extend your capabilities and use these Jet reports to further add to your power. Just continuing on, here's some sample reports. Jet Reports provides lots of samples that you can use to build your own report. So these are all built using those tools we show. Just some samples of layouts that you can do. You can add your own, lookups, your drill downs. So you can build things that are very dashboard oriented. Here's a company overview that shows KPIs coming out of the system. Literally, uh, you know, uh, your imagination is the only thing in your way, and you can build all these reports without any IT help. So as an accounting staff, you have the ability to build your own reports and make them look and feel exactly the way you want to. Try to find a good dashboard report to show in here, as there's some fantastic examples that you use to build on. So this is a great example of a report that combines column row data, and then using the Power Excel, you can add some dashboard type examples on the top here. So again, you'll see we sent you the Jet Samples link in an email, and if you look through those, you'll see the ability to take existing reports, clone them, and mold them to your particular viewpoints and preferences is a great power of the Jet reporting tool to expand the use of your Excel to interrogate the data within Business Central.